Okay, this is the second part of the example for file encryption and decryption. This is where we actually deal with files. I did comment out this code. We are going to use some of it later. But the main idea here is to realize that we are again doing the same thing pretty much twice. First time we want to encode, so we open a text file that I guess user gives the name of the text file, and then we create a different file for the output, for the encoded message, and then we are applying our encoding and writing it to the file, closing the file. Exactly the same thing we are doing to decode an encrypted file. We're opening a file and applying a different dictionary to it, and it displays, or oh yeah, the difference is that it displays on the screen. But again, this is very similar code. So we might want to create the sort of one function to do them both. Alright, so I started to create a files function, and maybe I'll try to generalize and work with both cases, but as I now see that the decoded file needs to be displayed rather than saved to yet another file, so maybe we will first kind of work with encryption. So basically opening file, first of all ask the user for file name. Input, enter the file name, no extension, and we should say that it's a txt file. No extension, and then we are creating a file object, open, for reading. So mode R is default, we don't even have to do that, but we need to handle the file name correctly and add .txt to it, fopen, and then do fread and save it as message. So message is whatever we read from a file. Guess what's next? close. Maybe it's a good idea to debug the files, and I have prepared in the same folder. Let me do save as to just show it. There should be a prepared file here. I don't see it, but let me check if it's there. Yes, there is a file ABC. This is a text file. It has some contents in here, not very important what they are. And I will just run it, and I will call files here, enter the text file name ABC, there is such a file, and well, it worked. Presumably it read the message and closed the file. Okay, so kind of rudimentary debugging done, and now I need to process this message. So I could directly call encode message code and then save the file to save to another file. Okay. I will say that my encoded MSG equal to encode message code. And for code, I should use codes. Well, I don't want to do that. If I'm to generalize it, I should have a parameter here, code, and I should also do this after I close the first file. Encode MSG, and now I need to write to another file. Actually, maybe I won't do that part. I will say that my output file will have same name plus underscore encoded .txt, and it should be open for writing. My mode should be writing, and f.write. And just for debugging purposes, I'm calling files with codes as a parameter. Let's see if it will create codes, and we should be able to see it on the desktop. So ABC exists, and let's run. No extension, ABC. Takes one argument, so sorry, I did not say what to write. I need to write enc msg, rerun. Okay, let's go and check if I have actually the new file here. We might have to. Yes, there it is, and this is the encoding of the existing file ABC using this code. Alright, and we are done with the first part, and the second part is reading encrypted file. Instead of writing it to a decrypted file, we are going to display it. Okay. I'm going to add one more parameter here, decrypt or encrypt. And if encrypt, I will do this. Actually, this is common for both of them. If encrypt, I will do that. Else, so this is the decryption. So in case of description, I'm also asking for a file name, open it, read, close, and then I do the decryption. To decrypt, I need to do the reverse dictionary and do the encode with a reverse dictionary. So now I'm using message, because that's how my encrypted thing comes, and instead of code, I'm using reverse dict of code. print my message, which will now be in a decrypted message. And my encode will be true for testing purposes. ABC. I did not print anything, but the file was recreated, and when false, run. Enter the text file name, no extension. The encrypted one is ABC Enc. Okay, it decrypted the same message that was in the file. Okay, a little bit of cleanup and thinking how can we further optimize it. So kind of there is a bit of a double logic here, but my main should ask encrypt to decrypt. My variable enc will be input. Actually, okay. If enc encrypt equals to y and equals to y, we do that. Want to encrypt. Enter y for yes, and n for decryption. And if enc equals y, we will call files called actually we will call it in either way, and yeah, files called, oh yes, I need to choose yeah, if enc equals y, I'm calling this, do you want to encrypt? Yes. Y, just enc. Else we want to call the same thing. Yeah, overall we don't have to choose here, we just let's run and see if it works. Call main. Do you want to encrypt. Yes, I want to encrypt ABC. Worked out. Let's rerun our main. And I want to decrypt. So M. Enter ABC. Sub enc. Decrypted message. Alright, it seems to work. If you want to be a little bit more careful, you might want to delete the file and rerun everything again. So running, actually I will call main from here. Yes, I want to encrypt ABC. And now I want main again. M ABC sub enc. Decrypted message is here. And that was my second part of the example.